Hey guys, it's Kelsey here, and I'm going to share with you my project life for weeks 18 and 19. Um, Basically, this was a couple of weeks that were really rough. I didn't have a lot of photos, and I didn't even try to separate the photos between weeks 18 and 19. I didn't do two title pages. I just literally combined the 2 weeks into a two-page layout. So it's going to be pretty quick and easy. So first off, I've got that Emerald City ink, and it's from Studio Calico, and I just stamped it off a couple of times because it was the first time that I used that stamp, so I wanted to make sure that it worked well before I actually stamped it on my photo. And then I used a Slick Writer pen from American Crafts to write on that photo, and that's going to be it for that. And I'll just leave it there to dry. So obviously, since I'm so far behind, some of these supplies are a lot newer than the pictures were, so like I said, I'm pretty behind. So I just put a little smiley face stamp there on that picture of the sundae of the gelato. And that is, it's a picture of Breyers gelato. I don't know if you guys have seen those yet. It's, that one was like the raspberry chocolate graham cracker type one. It was really, really good. My husband loved it. Just as a little FYI there. And then I put two of those pink sparkly little dots on there. I find those are hard to use a lot of times because they've got a little more dimension than I'm used to putting into a Project Life pocket. But I just went ahead and used the little jewels on that anyway. And here I got some new glasses, and I was in the store trying them on by myself, and I couldn't really see very well because they obviously weren't prescription. I was just trying on new frames. So I took a bunch of pictures of myself so I could text them to my husband so I could see what his opinion was. So I was just kind of journaling about that on this card from LA's Studio. It came in the June kit that I ordered. And I just put a picture on there of the glasses that I did finally end up choosing. And I'm going to show you guys my process of how I pick my photos and edit them and get them down to 3x4 or 4x6 size. So whenever I come across one that I have too many 3x4s for the pockets, or I just have a bigger story to tell, I will just cut it down, and I don't keep track if it's perfectly square or anything. I just will cut them down and put it on a 4x6 card and call it a day. So here I'm pulling cards from all different sources. I've been doing that a lot lately. I haven't even been trying to keep up with one kit or anything because I've just found myself needing so many cards, especially 4x6 cards, that I just play around with them quite a bit. And so some of these are from Dear Lizzie, some are from LA Studio, some of them are from the Studio Calico kit. But these are the rub-ons from Studio Calico, and they came in, I believe it was the May kit, and this was my first time using them, and I didn't try to cut them apart or cut out the letters that I wanted. I just did them on the sheet there, and it actually came out pretty good. The rub-ons came off really well. I liked that there were so many numbers and letters, and so I just really liked the way that this turned out. They were easy to rub off, and I didn't really have a problem with the page sticking too bad. Like, obviously you can tell I'm pulling it up a little bit there, but for the most part it was pretty easy to peel off, and I didn't have any other letters try to come off either. So here I'm just using my date stamp. That's one from my Smash booking days. It was like the first date roller stamp that I ever got, and I don't know why I'm so attached to it, but I always use that one even though I have other date stamps. And here I'm looking at a different roller stamp to see if there's a design that I want to put on here. So it was just a little arrow type symbol, and I just stamped that on there in black and called it a day. My title cards have been getting simpler and simpler, I feel. I struggle with the title card every week, and I keep saying I'm going to make more filler cards because I really need to make more filler cards, but I just keep forgetting, or I don't have time, and I'm so behind on Project Life. I don't want to spend time putting together filler cards, even though I know it would make it more easy in the long run. So here, as you can tell, I've got a lot of journaling to do. And that was a card from LA Studio from the June kit. And I was disappointed that the kit only had 3 4x6 cards. Once again, not enough 4x6 cards anywhere, guys. I really wish that the ratio of 3x4s and 4x6s was switched, because I feel like there's always like 5 times as many small or 3x4 cards as there are 4x6s. So here I had a lot of 3x4 photos for this 2-week period. So I decided to go ahead and pull out a Design F, which is, or no I didn't. Yes, I did. This is a Design F. Sorry guys, I can't even see there for a second. It's one 4x6 pocket in the upper left, and the rest of the photos or the rest of the pockets are all 3x4s. So this is really nice whenever you forget to take some 4x6 photos. It used to be I never had any 3x4 photos because I always used my my DSLR, my good camera. But now that I just have my iPhone photos, they're almost all 3x4 photos instead of 4x6s. So I have to mentally remind myself all the time to move my camera to take a different style of shot. So here I'm just trying to find something that'll work. I haven't been loving my ink colors whenever I've been going to stamp on photos lately. I think I need to get a couple more colors that are good for stamping on photos, because the red, the yellow, and the green just aren't really cutting it. I feel like the I love you stands out too much in that red color on that photo of my grandmother. So here I'm just shuffling through my stacks of cards, and I'm trying to get cards that work together, even though I'm not super picky about that. But sometimes you want a card that has like a camera or a certain sentiment, and I try to disregard color. I try to just go for more of a feel in my layout, if that makes sense. And I apologize for doing so much journaling on screen. I really do try to do my journaling off screen, but there seems like there always comes a time where you think of something and you're like, oh, I really need to journal here. This picture has a really good story to it that I completely forgot to write down. And especially as I go back and I'm behind on everything, I find myself really liking to add more journaling, because there's stories that you forget, that the picture brings it back. And that won't always happen because I'm getting older, guys. I'm 25 now, so you don't always remember the stories. You think you will, but even looking back at like my last year's Project Life, I'm like, oh yeah, I totally forgot that happened. And if I didn't have Project Life and I didn't have journaling cards written down to remember, then I would probably not even remember a story, even though it's funny or smart or cute or whatever. So this is kind of wrapping it up. So if you want to see some photos of this Project Life, head on over to my blog and I will have the pictures posted over there. Subscribe if you like this video and you want to see more again soon. And thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a really great day, and I really appreciate you guys watching. So thank you so very much. Bye.